back for our daily NBA predictions here on the channel for Friday, January 24th. We've got 3 games today in the NBA. We've had some big slates recently, obviously 9 games last 2 days. Shout out to the Lakers, by the way, last night. Big victory at home against the Boston Celtics. The Lakers are for real, man. I'm just saying, I love the OKC Thunder. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but the way that the Thunder have been playing recently, 2 losses down to the Mavericks, I'm getting hope, man. I'm getting hope the Lakers might be able to do it this year. They're going to probably run into the Nuggets in the first round and lose. But, like, I don't know, man. Why? I'm looking at ESPN bet right now. Why do the Lakers have the same odds of winning the NBA championship right now as the Warriors and worse than the Suns and the Magic? Oh my goodness. Anyways, folks, if you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Again, we're going to do this all the way to the NBA postseason and beyond. And make sure to go check out our college basketball best bets here on the channel as well. That was posted earlier today, so make sure, again, to check that video out in the description down below. If we get 100 likes on that college basketball video today, we'll do 10 best bets for tomorrow for that college basketball Saturday. And also make sure to go check out our PFL Dubai predictions. It is Dagestan versus Ireland, number 2. Usman Nurmagomedov takes on Paul Hughes in Dubai this weekend for the Bellator Lightweight Championship. Make sure to check out that video. We predicted every single fight on that card. That is linked in the description down below. All right, on to the first of our 3 games today. We're going to start things off here. Probably the most competitive game of the day, I'll just be honest with you. And it's between a 16-win Portland Trail Blazers team and an 11-win Charlotte Hornets team. Obviously, the big news coming out the Hornets camp today, yesterday, Brandon Miller out for the rest of the season. He is going to go through season-ending wrist surgery, which sucks. It really does. But it does allow for LaMelo Ball to continue to tack on numbers. That's ridiculous, LaMelo. I think it was the media voted him the 7th, best point guard in terms of the All-Star voting, which is insane. The numbers that LaMelo's been putting up this year, 29 points a game, 29 and 8 from LaMelo, and this guy is supposed to be the 7th best point guard in the Eastern Conference? What? I mean, I get it. He plays non-competitive basketball most of the time in the Charlotte Hornets, but he's not to fault for that, obviously. Now, so Charlotte, again, 3 straight wins. Yesterday, of course, they don't. Wait, did they cover against the Grizzlies? I don't think they did, right? Yeah, they didn't cover. They lost by 12. They were getting 11.5 on the road. It is what it is. Charlotte was losing for most of that game. They tried to mount a comeback in the third and fourth quarters, but obviously, again, in the end, Memphis was still able to cover. But prior to that, obviously, for Charlotte, 3 straight wins in Utah and Chicago and at home against the Dallas Mavericks. They host Portland. Both these teams coming off second halves of back-to-backs, and Portland has now put together a 3-game winning streak all of a sudden because they beat the Magic now. They sweep the Florida trip, going to Miami and winning, to Orlando and winning. They are now only 12 games under 500, which is, good for the Blazers, honestly. I mean, they're still, how many games out? They're only 6.5 games out of the playoffs right now. Okay? They're only 6 games behind the Warriors, too. So, I don't know, man. Nah, they're screwed. Charlotte, though. Charlotte can make a run. Guys, Charlotte's 5 games out of the plan right now. That's just how the Eastern Conference plan is going to work this year. Like, again, the 10 seed's going to be horrendous. And the way the Heat are trending, I don't know what the hell they're going to be. But anyways, yeah, I think Charlotte does still win this one. I get it. Portland's been winning, and they beat that Orlando team yesterday. We told you Portland was going to go to Orlando and cover yesterday. Obviously, they did. They ended up winning the game outright. Hell, the Magic scored 79 points in that game. Obviously, Portland winning 101-79 in Orlando. But both these teams have been kind of hot for as bad as they've been all year long. Portland winning their last 3, Chicago, Miami, Orlando. And for Charlotte, again, yes, there was a loss last night to the Grizz, but the Grizz, again, a great basketball team. They've won 3 of 4 going into this game. Hell, they've won 4 of 6. So both these teams have been a lot better recently. Again, it was just very recent that Charlotte was 7-27. I know this isn't all that impressive, but they went from 7-27 to 11-29. So the Hornets have been better. I think the back-to-back hurts the Blazers more. They're the team on the road. I know Charlotte was in Memphis now, so actually that doesn't say anything. Portland's without DeAndre Ayton, probably. Charlotte's going to be without, obviously, Brandon Miller, but the deciding factor in this game, guys, is LaMelo Ball. Now, you can expect both guard play from both teams to be great, obviously. Like, again, Portland's getting really good, they're getting really good output out of all their guards. We're talking about Simons and Scoot and Shaedon, obviously, as well. But actually, Shaedon hasn't been that hot recently, though. Yeah, Shaden's cooled off in the last 2 games. But still, again, you can expect, again, Scoot Henderson's been playing a lot better, and obviously, again, Anthony Simons is the guy here in Portland. This game's going to be one loss to the point guard play or just guard play in general, and I think, again, LaMelo Ball is the best player on the court, so I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets to win. They are going to cover the 4.5 points as well at home. Give me Charlotte to win and covering here against the Portland Trail Blazers. Next up, we move on to, I guess, the game of the day? Nah, it's the next one. It's the New Orleans game. But the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers basketball is just so sad. It's just so sad. It is. Who's playing today? It's a crapshoot. Who's playing for the Philadelphia 76ers now? So Joel's still out, right? I think he is. He's going to be reevaluated soon, but he's still out. Andre Drummond's out with the toe injury. Caleb Martin's out with the hip injury. And Kyle Lowry's out with the hip injury as well. So all the unks are out for this game. Leaves Tyrese Maxey, who's trying his best. Paul George, it is what it is. But Tyrese is trying, man. Maxey's really trying to keep this team together, but unfortunately, it's just not working. Again, Maxey's going to put up his 30 points a game, but the rest of the team just can't score around him. And what happens when you take on a Cavaliers team that is straight dominant? Now, Cleveland's missing some guys this game. Noah Coro, Karis LeVert questionable, Evan Mobley's still out. But ultimately, it's not going to matter that much. Cleveland's still very high scoring without those guys. Now, again, they should have beat Houston the other night, but Darius Garland couldn't hit a damn free throw. So it is what it is. But you're telling me they're not going to go to Philadelphia here and win this game by double digits? They're going to do this with ease. It's just the Sixers aren't that good. They're playing very injured, obviously, and Cleveland's still got a team that, where everyone can score on the court, everyone can shoot on the court for the most part. Jared Allen. But still, I think Cleveland's fine in the spot here. Still on the road, I get it from that Houston game, but they get Houston again tomorrow, actually. They're back in Cleveland against Houston on the 25th, obviously on Saturday, but I don't think they're looking ahead. Philadelphia, guys, the Sixers are just on a horrible run. This team has not won since January 8th. Again, we said it when they were playing Denver the other night, but it still remains. Guys, Philly's won 2 games in 2025. They are against the Brooklyn Nets and the Washington Wizards, arguably right now the worst 2 teams in basketball. Those are their only wins. Losing to Golden State, Sacramento, Phoenix, New Orleans, Orlando, OKC, New York, Indiana, Milwaukee, Denver. What makes you think they're going to beat the Cavaliers, let alone, cover, let alone win? But still, that's kind of how I should have phrased that. But I don't think they cover this game. I think Cleveland's the way better basketball team. And Cleveland's so good at just blowing teams out the water. Cleveland excels when they just put it on teams and run them out the building. That's just what the Cavaliers do, especially against bad basketball teams. And now, it's not like Phoenix is that atrocious, but when they played Phoenix at home, Cleveland beat them 118-92, right? Indiana, they go to Indiana, beat them by 10. Charlotte, they beat by 10. Dallas, they go out there and beat them by 12. Hell, they beat the Lakers by 12 points. Golden State, they go on the road and beat them by 18. They go to Denver, put up 149 points and beat them by 14 points. Again, Cleveland excels in blowing teams out. The last time I played Philadelphia, December 21st, Philadelphia was more healthy back then. They beat them 126-99. I get it, the game was in Cleveland, but that's the last time those teams faced off. And now Philly's got 5 rotational guys out in this game compared to what they had on December 21st. So everything points to a Cleveland victory. Again, I get it, Evan Mobley's out, but Jarrett Allen can man the fort by himself for a little bit. It's going to be okay. I get it. Again, the way those big, play is, it's unique and it's tough for teams to stop, obviously, because they're both, basically centers down low. But Cleveland will be fine in this game. They'll just keep shooting and they'll shoot the lights out the building here in Philadelphia. I like Cleveland all day long to go into Philly and cover the 9.5 points against this absolutely horrendous Philadelphia 76ers team. To our final game of the night, I guess the game of the day, kind of. It just depends what Pelicans we get, but New Orleans has been good. But unfortunately, in this game, they're without Zion Williamson. Brandon Ingram's still out. I think DeJounte Murray's going to give it a go. Murray's probable with an elbow injury, and Yves Missy is probable with an illness, but no Zion due to a returning competition reconditioning, and Brandon Ingram's out with an ankle injury. But obviously, CJ McCollum's still playing this basketball game as well. For the Grizzlies, this is a team that's on a 4-game winning streak. Again, New Orleans on a winning streak as well. They've won 4 in a row at Chicago, Dallas, Utah, and CJ McCollum has been very impressive for this team. Obviously, McCollum with 45 in the come-from-behind overtime victory at home on Monday against the Utah Jazz. Now, New Orleans was postponed/canceled, but obviously postponed, with their Wednesday game at home against the Milwaukee Bucks due to snow in the New Orleans area, which is crazy. It's snowing in the southeast right now. It's again, I've never been to the Southeast, but I think it's crazy that it's snowing in Louisiana and Florida. I mean, that's like the last place you'd expect snow to fall, like even behind like maybe actually like Arizona, but still like no, even then, man, like snowing in Florida, it's crazy. Anyways, the Grizzlies should take care of New Orleans fairly easily here. CJ McCollum's going to try. McCollum is going to put up an effort, but Zion being out's interesting. Again, he's out due to competition reconditioning. What the hell does that mean? Because Zion's been playing. Put up 14 boards and 6 assists in the Utah game on Friday. I mean, Zion hasn't been bad. He hasn't been, obviously, all-star Zion since he's come back, but Zion has been a much-needed re-addition to this New Orleans Pelicans team, so it's kind of odd he's out for this game, but Memphis should be able to dominate, obviously. You get Jaren Jackson, who's been great all year long, Ja Morant, obviously, and just the starting lineup as a whole, Ja, Desmond Bane, Jalen Wells, who's in the Rookie of the Year race, obviously, Jaren Jackson, and they're big out of Purdue, the rookie, obviously. We're talking about Mount Edie, Zach Edey, and the bench is, fairly good as well. Obviously, Scottie Pippen Jr., Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama, Brandon Clark. I mean, they're guys off of this Memphis bench, and they should be okay in this spot here against this Pelicans team that is dealing with injuries. Again, DeJounte Murray should give it a go. Yves Missy, the rookie out of Baylor, should give it a go as well, but no Zion Williamson. I don't know. Ingram's still out. Yes, again, Trey Murphy can go off at night at times, and same can with CJ McCollum. McCollum's actually been great recently, but everything kind of points to Memphis winning the game. The game is in the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee. I'd expect the Grizzlies to get things done. The line is 12.5. I do think the Grizzlies cover. I find it interesting, though. The Grizzlies have a bigger line tonight than the Cavs do in Philadelphia. I get it, the Cavs are on the road, but I mean, I don't know. Like, arguably, the Pels are playing better basketball right now than the Sixers are, and the Cavs are better than the Grizzlies. The only difference is that the Cavs are on the road and the Grizzlies are at home. I don't know. Give me the Grizzlies, though, to cover the 12.5 points in our final game here against the Pelicans. We like the Cavs to cover the 9.5 points in Philadelphia. And in the most competitive game of the day, we like the Hornets to go win at home in Charlotte against the Portland Trail Blazers and cover the 4.5 points as well. Again, I think the deciding factor in that basketball game is Charlotte's all-star point guard and elite point guard in LaMelo Ball. So folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA predictions here for January 24th. A shorter video today, but obviously with only 3 games. I believe there's a bunch of games again tomorrow on Saturday. Yeah, oh my goodness, the entire league plays tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is there seriously 15 games tomorrow? Oh my goodness, there is. Because there's only 1 game on, no, 14. Yeah, because Portland and OKC are the 1 game on Sunday. Why? Who makes this schedule? Split the games up. So now I gotta make an individual video on Sunday just for OKC and Portland. I mean, I can talk about Shea for 15 minutes, but it's like, who makes these schedules? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. There's 14 games in the NBA tomorrow. If we get 100 likes on our college basketball best bets video today, we're gonna have 10 best bets for college basketball. So we're gonna have about, I kid you not, 2 hours of content tomorrow on the channel if we just hit our like goal, and obviously with the NBA tomorrow. So a lot to look forward to, folks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.